creator and spiritual teacher Sally Estlin. I'm dedicated to empower entrepreneurs by sharing practices, tools, resources, and more on my show, Spiritual Teachings with Sally. Hey everyone, yes, it is Sally here, and I am content creator and spiritual teacher and founder of Empowered Clothing. I share practical tools, tips, and resources to empower entrepreneurs. So you can learn more about my fashion products and services at empoweredclothing.com.au. So today, ho, 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 very awesome topic, how to navigate Christmas with pets behaving badly with Pillar Practitioner Jo Watson. As I'm bringing up Jo, I'm just going to introduce her with a short little bio. Jo is just such an awesome person. She lives in Bega, Australia, which is sort of our cheese country, and she's the pets behaving badly girl. Hey Jo, how are you?
Very well, thank you, Sally. It's really great to be here. I'm so excited.
Yeah. It's perfect timing for this topic, because you help hundreds of people each year tame their wild beasts, which really means their dogs, cats, chickens, horses, etc. You speak to business groups each week on the topics of anxious pets, working from home with pets, and toilet habits, and you're available to speak at corporate events. So you're known all over the world for dealing with pets behaving badly, getting them to pee outside, and enabling business owners to work from home without stress. You're easily found on Google via Karm Animals Australia. So welcome, Jo. What led you into working with pets?
I can't think of a time when I haven't had a pet in my life. And so I've just always been around animals. And I assume it's because my parents were into training dogs and their horses and stuff. And so I just learnt how to get them to do what I wanted to do, and which is basically being consistent with the rules that you give them. Originally.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've brought along an empowerment share in line with this. You've always loved animals, like you were just saying, and had pets. You saw people struggle to have their pets behave, and although there was love between them, it made their lives stressful. Do you want to unpack that a little bit more? Absolutely. I've seen so many people where their lives are dictated by their pets because they haven't got them under control.
And the sadder part of it is that the pets pick up on this stress, and then that increases their bad behaviour. They're also they're here also to help us on our way, and so they're trying to get a message to us as well. So if we're not getting that, then they up the ante, and so it all just keeps going, and it just keeps building and building and building, and it just makes people's lives can be really horrendous. Their pets get anxious. Their pets are, they're always at the vet, so it can be really expensive. It's embarrassing or really difficult to take them to the dog park or to friends' houses or wherever. It can just make life really, really difficult.
Look, pets are so in tune. They're so, I work with energy, and they pick up on energy, and they're highly sensitive. I know I had two little schnauzers for many, many years, and they were they were not my children. They were my firstborn. But I had to get a dog whisperer to help communicate, me understand what they were trying to communicate to me, and me, to communicating back to them. It did make life a lot easier, because they were having their sort of little temper tantrums, but they were trying to get attention just like kids.
Yes. And they're the ones that are going to get their needs met, and we're the ones that are supposed to be able to provide it for them. So there's so many things that can get in the way of and block that communication. So that's where I help translate for the dogs and the owners, and then the owners back to the dogs. Although the animals are way better at picking up from us than we are from them, but there's still so many things that can get miscommunicated.
So what would be one of the biggest issues that you see with the miscommunication between pets and the owners?
Often it's either the pet's being anxious because the pet's not sure of what's happening, because it's really easy for us who work away from home. They come, you make a concerted effort to leave it all at the office and walk in the door with a smile on your face, and you fool everybody else in the house except for the dog or the cat, because they can know that there's something that's stressing you, but they can't see it. So some animals will go, oh, well, if she's not worried about it, that's fine. But others will go, well, it's my job to protect the family. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And they also aren't aware of when that stress has gone. So they keep doing this. If I was stressed about coming to this talk today, and we know each other, so it's a good chat. But when I finish, the dogs don't know that was the reason I was nervous, and so they can continue their stress. So it's really about trying to let them know and let them see that it's okay and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Oh, which leads me into, you're actually a pillar practitioner. And so do you want to share a little bit about how you can help pets and animals using the pillar code?
It is the best thing to talk to animals. It is so good. And it's a bit like being a doctor. You shouldn't work on your own illness. But so I have other practitioners that talk to my pets for me to make sure that I'm getting the right communication and the right messages. But it's so good. They get so many wires crossed. A friend of mine thought that when my friend drove the dog in the car, that it was just pot luck where they ended up. The dog didn't realise that my friend was actually in control of the car. She thought it was the same for both of them. Neither of them had any idea where the car was going. So she started to get a bit nervous because sometimes the car ended up at the vet's and she didn't like that. But sometimes it ended up at the dog park and she liked that. So we had to have a little chat and say that, no, she's in charge of the car, and so you only go to the vet when it's time to go to the vet, not just at this random times and stuff. So they get things because they're not used to our people world, particularly when they're young. They get some really, really funny ideas about it. I mean, it's not funny at the time, but when you look back on it, then yes. But it'd be kind of good, wouldn't it, getting into a car and just going, I wonder where we're going today.
Oh,
yay, the ice cream shop. Yay, I like this one.
Yeah, I know, because I look after my sister's dog often, and it just always thinks that it's going in one spot. Oh, we're going here. It's like, oh no, actually it's a lucky dip today. So when you're doing the pillar code, you're taking on the pets on a journey of healing, helping them sort of connect to, I don't know, how does it work with animals?
Exactly the same way as it works with people. You tap into them and connect with them, and you have a conversation with them and work out what areas of life that they're having an issue with. What is this particular block that's coming up for them? Is there emotions attached to that? And if so, what? And when we get something that's called a point of disease or wherever the issue started, and you can get a time and a date for that. And sometimes it's just was yesterday, and sometimes it was several years ago.
That's our topic today, is how to navigate Christmas with pets behaving badly. So if you're having any issues with your pets, reach out to Jo. She's got this beautiful program that she can take them through. So you've also got a little empowerment tip that you brought along. When life gets a bit tough, hug a horse, dog, or cat.
If you can do all three, that's even better. Maybe not at the same time. But yes, particularly with horses, once you sit in within a meter of their heart, you are getting your heart rate will go down because we get into their energy field. And because they're such massive animals and they're such placid and kind and generous animals, you can't help but have your heartbeat lowered. That's even for people who are a little bit afraid and nervous around horses. They have this general lowering of their heart rate. And you'll also know that cats tend to jump up on people who jump onto their lap, of people who prefer not to have a cat on their lap. That's because of the energy they're giving out. And a cat purring will bring that heart rate back down and will help your energy. So they're trying to help you, even though you don't want to be helped by them.
Yes, you see it it's so typical in these movies where they've got the grumpy old man and the cat jumps on and it's like, get off. But in the end, they sort of soften. I mean, anything that can reduce cortisol, right? Bring down stress hormones. It's just.
Patting a dog does the same thing, or a rabbit.
Absolutely, because, we work with energy and we're such emotional beings, and animals are so sensitive to that.
And Rosie's come in, one of my dogs. That's the black thing that's happening here.
How vibrant It's so good, right? And it's just drawn in, right? So my empowerment share very much links into that pets are very sensitive to energy, and many can be scared from too many unknown guests gathering together. So, this is talking about the Christmas time. Be mindful and take necessary precautions, such as taking them somewhere safe and quiet, and also be mindful of fireworks. I know so many dogs go missing during New Year's Eve when the fireworks go off. What would you suggest? You can put them into a dark room, or what? What do you think is best?
Any room where they know the other beings that are in there, like whether it's a person or another dog or a cat, that's fine. Those child-proof gates are really, really good.
Yeah.
Because you can have the door open, they can see where you are and stuff, but it still keeps them safe and away. And I mean, poor animals, when we're together at Christmas with our families and our friends, well, some family members aren't the best to be with and can create tension anyway. So they've got all these tensions and stresses, and they're not sure whether they're supposed to jump in and protect you or whether they should run and hide under the bed. So if it's happening, then it's and you've also got the stress if you're somewhere else and taking your dog with you, that they're going to run out onto the road and get lost because they don't know this place. So if you can take those child gates, they're easy to set up, and they're really a really good thing. And you can step over and get into the dog and step back out again. Yeah.
Oh, really good tip there. Yeah, I actually got rid of mine just recently, but that's a really good idea, just to keep them contained. That leads into my empowerment tip. Pets absorb your energy. So when family I just said that, I think. No, I didn't.
No,
When family get-togethers can be a bit too much to handle, take your dog out for a walk to let go of the stress, because animals absorb stress. So when you're walking the dog, it helps release that cortisol, the stress in them.
If you've got a backyard, get the kids to throw a ball or take the dog for a walk, because then it does two jobs.
Yeah, I love that. So talking about red for Christmas, I'm actually wearing one of my bamboo tops, and it's about anchoring yourself, right? This just links in very nicely in that we've got the red chakra top is about anchoring yourself with peace, calm, and happiness, because Christmas can be so frantic with the whole family, right? And it's just, everything is energy, and you can wear it with powerful intentions and affirmations on the top, anchoring yourself with peace, calm, and happiness. And today I'm choosing to be anchored with the racerback. But, we can utilize our energy so productively in this crazy time around Christmas. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. So, Jo, every week when we do our little show, we pull a card. And so today we're going to pull a little quantum oracle card, and let's see what message comes up for us around getting through the Christmas time and navigating with our pets behaving badly. I love that idea, though. Get the kids out the back, throwing the ball around. Let's just get out all of that frantic energy. So this one says, it already exists. Tap into the quantum field to create your reality. Everything you want already exists. How does that speak to you, Jo?
So that means to me that we have well-behaved pets inside those not so well-behaved pets. So waiting to get out.
We're just putting the intention out there, aren't we? It's just like we create everything. So when you put out the signal of, oh my God, they're going to go crazy, well, what are you going to be returned with? It's the law of attraction. So what you put out, you get returned.
So visualize the pet behaving well and the whole day going well and everybody getting on. It can still be energetic, but be well behaved. Yeah.
Yeah, and grab a ball to throw outside. I think that was the top tip. And a little child gate. I think they were two fantastic tips. So, Jo, thank you so much for joining us today. People can reach out to you at jowatson0606@gmail.com, at thepillarcode.com, or Google Karm Animals Australia. Check it out. If you've got any issues with your pets, reach out to Jo, have a chat, and
I'm happy to
she'll
talk
be able
to
to
your
help
pets
you
as well.
Well, thanks for joining us, Jo. I'll just drop you
Thanks
down
so much, Sally.
catching up with you, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a
Merry
nice
Christmas to you and everyone.
one.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, it's that crazy time of the year again, hey? So you can join me for another episode of Spiritual Teachings with Sally next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Central, and Thursday at 8 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. So until then, enjoy yourself, keep your pets calm, put the little gates up and throw a ball. You can't go wrong. So with that, I'm complete, and I'll catch you all next week. See you.
You can learn more about my services and products at sallysestlin.com. Make sure to join me every week for a new episode.